All right, here we go with objective 24, the second to last objective of our unit. Here we're going to talk about initial value problems. So these types of problems are going to use what we know about slope to find other points that aren't given points. Okay, this process is called extrapolating or interpolating data. So here we've got the Hoover Dam allows water to flow in and out. The water level is dependent on the time after the dam is open. Let x be the time in minutes since the dam was opened and y be the water level in feet. The following coordinates are known: 6, 100 and 10, 40. Find the depth of the water at the moment the dam opens its gates. So in order to find this, step 1 is to find the slope. And we're going to find that the same way that we found in objective 23, which is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So let's go ahead and do that. Using our 2 points, we have 6, 100 and 10, 40. So we have to label each of these x1, y1 and x2, y2. So we'll call this one x1, y1. We'll call this one x2, y2. So to find the slope, we use our formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 is 40, y1 is 100, so 40 minus 100. x2 is 10, x1 is 6, so 10 minus 6. 40 minus 100 is negative 60, and 10 minus 6 is 4. Well, negative 60 divided by 4 is negative 15. So this is our slope. Next up, we're going to do step 2, which is make a table of values from 0 to the first known x value. So in this case, our two x values are 6 and 10. The first one is 6. So we're going to make a table of values from 0 to 6. So we're going to have a table of values, x, y, from 0 to 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we're going to plug in what we know. We know that at 6 minutes, the depth is 100 feet. So in our table of values, we can plug in 100 where we see x equals 6. Now, we also know that our slope is negative 15. So we're going to use that in step 3, which is use your opposite slope. So opposite slope to work backward to find the y value at 0. So use your opposite slope to work backward to find the y value at 0. So if our slope is negative 15, our opposite slope is positive 15. So what we're going to do from our 100 is for every one step back, we're going to go positive 15 or plus 15. So here from 100 to get back one step, we're going to add 15. Gives us 115. To go another step, we have to add another 15. That gives us 130. To move another step back, we add 15, so 145, and so on. Add 15 gives us 160. Add another 15, we're at 175. And then finally, at minute 0, or as the dam opens, we're at 190. So this tells us the height of the water level at each minute. So at 0 minutes, so at the moment the dam opens, the height is 190 feet. Let's try another example. You and your family are driving to Disney World, and after a while you decide to turn on your cruise control. The following points indicate the time that you have traveled since turning on the cruise control and the total number of miles traveled during the trip. 2 100 and 4 160. How many miles had you already driven when you first turned on the cruise control? So step 1, we're going to find the slope. So using our 2 points, 2 100 and 4 160, we're going to find our slope. So we got to label each of these points, x1, y1, x2, y2. And to find our slope, we're going to plug it into our formula, m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 is 160. Y1 is 100. So in the numerator, we have 160 minus 100. X2 is 4, and x1 is 2. So 4 minus 2. 160 minus 100 is 60. And 4 minus 2 is 2. So 60 over 2, or 60 divided by 2, is 30. Now, step 2 is to make a table of values from 0 to our first known x. Well, we have 2 and 4, so our first known one is 2. So our table of values, x, y, we're going to go from 0 to 2. So fortunately, there's only 3 of these we got to do, 0, 1, and 2. Well, 2, we know the distance traveled was 100 miles. So now we're going to use step 3, our opposite slope. So if our slope is 30, our opposite slope is going to be negative 30. So we're going to go back 1, and we're going to subtract 30. So 100 minus 30 gives us 70. And to go back one more, we're going to subtract 30, gives us 40. The reason why we use the opposite slope is our slope tells us for every 1 unit x in the positive direction, so as we move down our table of values, we're going to add 30. So if we were to do this, then we'd be adding 30. But as soon as you switch the direction, you also have to switch the sign of your slope. All right. So then at 0 minutes, we had traveled 40 miles. So that is your answer. All right, so that's a quick one on Objective 24, initial value problems. Have a great day, everyone.